I'm Adrian, and today I want to show you one of my favourite 2-5-1 jazz licks. It's the kind of thing you might hear someone like Charlie Parker playing, and it's the kind of idea that I use quite a lot in my own playing, either this exact lick or variations upon it. It just seems to fit really nicely underneath the fingers, and it flows really nicely along the neck. So let me show you how it's done. So as I said, we're dealing with a 2-5-1 lick, and we're in the key of C for this one. So the lick is outlining this basic harmony. We've got a D minor 7, which is the 2 chord, 4 beats of that. Then we've got a G7, the 5 chord for another 4 beats, and then that's resolving to the 1 chord, a C major 7 chord of some kind. So the lick itself, then I'm going to break this up into 3 chunks. The first section, the first bar of the lick, fits over that D minor 7 chord, and it goes like this. You can hear that all those notes very nicely outline that D minor 7 harmony. We're going to start with this F note here, which is the 3rd fret on the 4th string. Then I'm playing the 5th fret and the 7th fret on the 4th string. So we've got a G and then A note. So I'm playing with my index finger on the F, stretching with my 2nd finger for the G, and then I'm actually hammering on my little finger to play that A note. Next we're bringing our index finger up to the 5th fret, and we're playing the 5th fret on the 3rd string and then on the 2nd string. Well, one of the things I like about this lick is the way it moves kind of horizontally along the neck very smoothly. So this left hand movement is something you might need to work on a little bit. So as soon as you've hammered on your little finger, you're bringing your index finger up to the 5th fret there. You just want to make that all as smooth as possible so that there are no gaps between the notes. The lick continues like this. We're going to play the 8th fret on the 2nd string, 6th fret and 5th fret, so G, F and E. I think I pull off from the F to the E note there, and then I'm playing the D at the 7th fret on the 3rd string. That's the first bar of the lick. Rhythmically it's pretty straightforward. We've just got swung 8th notes, but a triplet on the 2nd beat, I think. So 2, 3, 4. Then we're on into the next bit of the lick, which goes like this. And this portion of the lick is outlining the sound of the 5 chord, the G7. It goes like this. Again, worth considering the fingering here. We're moving up to a higher position on the neck. The first bar of the lick ended on this D note here. I think it makes sense to play that note with your 2nd finger, and then you can stretch up with your 3rd finger to the next note, which is that B note there at the 9th fret on the D string, and that's just going to make the whole lick flow nice and smoothly. 2nd finger, 3rd finger here on the B, and the lick continues like this. We just played that B note. Now we're going to play 7th fret and 10th fret on the 3rd string, and then we're on to the 2nd string, and we do this. We're playing the 8th fret, picking that note, then the 9th fret, hammering on to the 11th fret, pulling off back to the 9th fret, and then pulling off again to the 8th fret. So we've got a nice little flurry of notes there. And then we're playing the 10th fret and F note there, the 10th fret on the 3rd string. So that's the 2nd bar of the lick. So again, it's just swung 8 notes, except we've got that little flutter there. I guess it's a little triplet on the 2nd half of the 3rd beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3, something like that. So onto the final bit of the lick, which goes like this. And that's just outlining our 1 chord, the C major 7. We're just playing E, G and C, like a C triad I guess here. So 9th fret on the 3rd string, 8th fret on the 2nd string and the top string. Then we got the 10th fret on the top string, and finally 7th fret on the top string to the 8th fret on the 2nd string to the 9th fret on the 3rd string, just kind of going down a C major 7 arpeggio there. So 2, 3, 4. I think I might just slide into that B note sometimes as well with my index finger. So that's the entire lick. Let me just put all of that together for you nice and slowly. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. A little bit faster. So there we go. I'm going to leave the right hand picking up to you. Hopefully you'll be able to get a fairly good view of what I'm doing there. I won't bore you by going through the picking for every single note in the lick. I think I'm probably, with the pick, trying to play downstrokes on the strong beats and upstrokes on the weaker beats. That's generally quite a good rule of thumb when you're playing something like this. There might occasionally be exceptions to that when I'm trying to sort of emphasize or accent certain notes, but for the most part that's probably what I'm doing with my right hand picking. So there we are. I hope you have a lot of fun learning to play this lick. It's certainly a lick that I've found to be very useful, and you can apply it to a lot of common jazz situations. So next time you're playing through a jazz standard or a jazz tune of any kind, maybe try and get this lick in there somewhere. Hope you've enjoyed this lesson. If you have, you might want to check out my website, where there are many more lessons, some of which are jazz based and some of which are not jazz based. Anyway, have fun with the lick, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.